Hello students, in the previous class we have discussed about the mechanism of SN1 SN2 reaction. So today let us discuss about stereochemical accept of nucleophilic substitution reaction. So one by one let us discuss here. First of all let us see about plain polarized light and optical activity. So what is next topic? Plain polarized light and optical activity. Let us discuss. Okay, so before going to this we are going to have a diagram. That is normal light we are taking here, that is a source. So this one we call it as normal light. So this normal light is passed through a Nicol prism slit. These are the slits. We are having polarizer, substance, and we are having polarimeter, and it reaches eye. So this one we are going to have here normal light, we are having slits. This one we call it as slit. Okay, so this is nothing but polarizer. So this is nothing but polarizer. This is a substance. This is a polarimeter. Okay, so this is an instrument. Okay, so now let us see what is plain polarized light and optical activity. So coming to here, we are going to take certain compounds. Okay, this will rotate by passing ordinary light to Nicol prism. So when we cut the Nicol prism, so this is Nicol prism. Generally Nicol prism, what will happen means, so this Nicol prism when we cut, this is cemented with Canada balsam. Cemented with Canada balsam, an element. So these are divided into two things. One is polarizer and analyzer. So we are taking here polarizer. So when a normal light which is passed through a polarizer, means we are going to have in the middle one more thing. This polarizer is ordinary light passed through Nicol prism. Okay, that one we call it as what here? This light is passing to Nicol prism. Ordinary light is passing through Nicol prism. We call it as plain polarized light, which will give same direction. So then after that it will pass into what here? It is passing through substance. So it may reaches the, it may not reaches the eye. So this is nothing but a general diagram of optical activity. So what is plain polarized light is nothing but here, when ordinary light is passed through a Nicol prism, so when ordinary light is passed through a Nicol prism, we call it as what here? Is called plain polarized light. Okay, which will be in a same direction. That one we call it as what here? Plain polarized light. Means the ordinary light is passing through a polarizer. That one means what here? Nicol prism. This one we call it as what here? Plain polarized light. Coming to optical activity. So this plain polarized light is passed through substance, we call it as optical activity. If plain polarized light is not passing through substance, that one we call it as optical inactivity. So what we can say? The plain polarized light passes through a substance. We call it as what here? We call it as optical activity. Okay, so this one we call it as what? Optical activity. The plain polarized light is not passed through substance, that one we call it as optical inactivity. So by this what we can say here, we have to see the angle. So the angle by which plain polarized light is rotated by the instrument, we call it as polarimeter. So what is polarimeter? We can say here the angle by which the plane polarized light. So what we can say here, if you take angle, it should rotate. Means the plane polarized light is rotated by an instrument. We call it as what here? Rotated by an instrument. We call it as polarimeter. So means what happens, this instrument will rotate the plane polarizer light. So this one we call it as what here? This one we call it as polarimeter. If suppose the polarized light is rotating towards right side, that will we call it as dextro. If suppose it is rotating towards left side, we call it as what here? Levo. Okay. So this plus and minus sign, which will be in plus sign, that one will be a clockwise, which will be in a minus sign, that one we call it as a L form, that is negative. So these are called optical isomers, generally we call it as. So this one we call it as what here? Optical isomerism generally. So means what here we can say here, the plane polarized light rotates towards left, rotates towards right or clockwise direction. Right or clockwise direction, we call it as what here? Dextroform we can say. So means what here? D form. This one indicates what? D form. If the plane polarized light towards left side, we call it as, if it is left side rotated, that one we call it, means which is in anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction, we call it as what here? Levo form, that is L form. So this is nothing but what? These two are optical isomers. This one we call it as optical isomerism. Okay. So this is about plane polarized light and optical activity. Next one we are going to have, that is molecular asymmetry. What is next one? Molecular asymmetry. Next one we are going to discuss here is molecular asymmetry, chirality and enantiomers. So these are the things we are going to discuss here. So molecular asymmetry. Molecular asymmetry is nothing but what here? Molecular asymmetry means the carbon whatever we are taking. So the carbon we are having different groups, that should be different. Means the substituents attached to carbon are different. That when we call it as what? Asymmetric carbon or stereo center. So here the molecule whatever you are taking, that one will lose symmetry. That one is also known as asymmetric molecule. So coming to here, asymmetric molecule is mainly forms optical activity for organic compounds. Okay, that one we call it. What is molecular asymmetry? We can say here, molecular asymmetry is nothing but here, or if all the substituents, means if substituents attached to the carbon are different, so what we can say, that is molecular asymmetry. If all the substituents attached to the carbon are different, we call it as what? We call it as asymmetric carbon. Okay, is called a asymmetric carbon. which loses symmetry, that one. If suppose the molecule is losing symmetry, that one we call it as asymmetric molecule. And the lack of symmetry we call it as what here? In a molecule we call it as what here? We call it as asymmetric molecule. So means what here? Which will show optical activity. So this is symmetric. This is symmetric molecule. What happens? This asymmetric molecule show optical activity for organic compounds, we can say. Optical activity means what? We normally we have discussed the plane polarized light, it passes through the substance. That one we call it as what here? That one we call it as optical activity. So let us take example here. For example, I am taking this carbon. Here it is having CH3, here OH, here H, and here Cl. So means what here? This is the carbon. It is having different types of substituents. So means what? Here OH, CH3, HCl. So attached to the carbon, the substituents attached to the carbon, we call it as what? Asymmetric carbon. So this is the asymmetric carbon here. So here this will lack symmetry. This will lose their symmetry. Why? Because the groups are different. And it is a superimposable. There is no non-superimposable image. Because of this reason we call it as what? Molecular asymmetry. So then what is chirality, we can say? Chirality. So here the chirality is nothing but if you take hand in the mirror image, place your hand in the mirror, it will show opposite direction. So that one we call it as what here? That one chiral. Means what? Which will be showing opposite. The objects which are non-superimposable on their mirror images, we call it as a chiral. Means which will be same. Means if you take hand, it will show same. If you take leg, it will show same. If you take glass, it will show same. And also if you take circle, that one will be also a same. Means they are non-superimposable mirror images. Okay, that non-superimposable mirror images, we call it as what here? We call it as chiral. Okay, so here example we can take butane 2-ol has 4 different groups attached to central tetrahedral carbon, which is also a chiral. What we can say? What is chiral? We can say the object. The object which are non-superimposable, which will be opposite. If you place hand, it will show right hand. So that one we call it as, on their mirror images, are said to be what here? Are said to be chiral, we can say. Okay, so means what here? For example, if you have been taken hand, example what we can take? Hand, or you can take butane 2-ol. So means what here? C OH CH3. Here CH3 H. This is the butane 2-ol. When you place mirror image, this OH will be this side. This is right side. It is rotating left side. So this one we call it as chirality. Okay. So this is also a chiral. So the OH is in right side. When you place a mirror, it will be in the left side. So means what? Oppositely we are observing. That's when we call it as what here? Chiral molecule. So which are superimposable mirror images. So which are superimposable means which will not show any opposite direction. That one we call it as what here? That one we call it as a chiral. So which are superimposable mirror images are said to be what here? Are said to be achiral. So means what here? Alphabet O, if you have been taken, when you place mirror, it will show same thing. That one we call it as what here? That one we call it as here superimposable. Next one, let us take here enantiomers. Enantiomers, chiral molecule we call it as disymmetric also. It is showing two types. And also coming to here enantiomers. So enantiomers is also similar to chiral molecule. So enantiomers means what here? These are also the stereoisomers which are related to each other. So means what? The non-superimposable, the stereoisomers which are non-superimposable mirror images, we call it as what here is called enantiomers. Okay, so means what here? Enantiomers will have same physical properties like melting point, boiling point, refractive index. They only differ in the rotation of plane polarized light. Okay, if it is a right side rotation, that one we call it as dextro. If it is a left side rotation, that one we call it as levo rotation. So what we can see, enantiomers will show the enantiomers will be having what here? Enantiomers will be having same physical properties. Will have same physical properties like means it will be having same physical properties like mass, melting point, boiling point, and refractive index, we can say. Okay, if they only differ in what here? But differ in plane polarized light rotation. Rotation of plane polarized light. So this is nothing but enantiomers, we can say here. And we are having racemic mixture, retention and inversion. Okay, so here racemization. Now let us take, before we have taken, so this is the example if you have been taken here. So here it is rotating towards right side, the OH, that's why we call it as dextro. Here it is rotating towards left side, this one we call it as levo. So means what we can say here? So this is nothing but dextro levo, means the enantiomers which will be when you place a mirror, it is showing opposite direction. That one we call it as enantiomers. So now let us see here racemic mixture. So racemic mixture or racemization is nothing but here or racemization. So means for 50% when a plane polarized light. So a mixture containing two enantiomers which will have zero optical rotation. So means 50% D form, 50% L form. That one we call it as what here? Racemic mixture. So what we can say here? If suppose if two enantiomers will have zero optical activity, zero optical rotation, that one we call it as what here? That one we call it as racemic mixture. So means what it is going to have? 50% D form and 50% L form. So this one we call it as racemic mixture, which will be only in the SN2 reaction. So this one we call it as racemization also, means the conversion of enantiomers into racemic mixture, we call it as racemization. So now coming to here, we are going to have retention and inversion also. So retention is nothing but what here? Retention is nothing but It is also the configuration which is correlated with chemical species like A, B, C, X. So here one more means from outside it is going to get. For example, if you are taking here, means the molecule is getting the attacked here, means in place of one molecule it is replaced by another molecule. Let us take here, I am taking here CH3 OH H, here Cl, or again CH3 molecule I am taking like this. So means if I am adding Cl minus, there will be a loss of OH, means minus H2O will be lost. I am taking HCl, from this H plus and OH will be lost. So here you are going to get here what? Cl, CH3 H, and here also CH3. So means what? In the place of OH I am replacing with Cl. So this is nothing but what here? Retention. So this is the configuration when a chemical species are converted to the YBC having same relative same configuration. If it is having, that one we call it as retention. Same configuration we call it as what? Retention. Coming to inversion. So what is next one? We are going to have inversion. So inversion is nothing but what we have seen in the SN1 reaction, which is known as Walden inversion process. So here inversion is nothing but there will be three outcomes for the reaction, means asymmetric carbon atom we should have. Here the replacement of a group X by Y in the following reaction is going to take place. If A is the only one compound, then the process is called retention. If B is the only compound, that one we call it as inversion of configuration. 50% mixture we are getting, that one we call it as what here? Racemic mixture. So means what here? What we can say, inversion is nothing but so here inversion is nothing but here C X some H H H. So this is the molecule we are taking. So when we are adding some of the nucleophile, it is going to give COH H H H. So this one we call it as inversion product. Okay. So the replacement of for example, this Y product we call it as inversion, this X product we call it as what here? Retention. So if it is giving both the products, that one we call it as mixture of acids. So these are nothing but chemical accepts of the stereochemical accepts of nucleophilic substitution reactions. In the next class we can discuss about elimination reactions. Thank you.